So fast now, people like click through songs and click on the internet.
It's hard to make it through, and you say
people just don't get music the same way. And
all these like little labels and these other bands and different kinds of stations and different new media is just taking over a little bit, you know?
Welcome to Pepsi Presents Music at thepalestra.com from Bourbon Street here in New Orleans. I'm Julie Garcia. Coming up on tonight's show,
we hang out in the Big Easy 2 years after Katrina. Morning 40 Federation sounded terrible and only played in a smelly New Orleans bar. Their bass player said, "Where do I sign up?" Rising waters fed Fuego's fire. Storm scattered New Orleans music community and then brought them closer together. And back in Columbus, we'll meet Ryan Smith, our Pepsi Local Artist of the Week.
Sit and watch the American dream.
you're messing with.
welcome back to Music at thepalestra.com. I'm Julie Garcia. A lot of bands like to meet up with us in their rehearsal space, and then there's New Orleans indie rock band Morning 40 Federation.
We met the guys at the Hi-Ho Lounge, a place that more or less was their practice space early on.
We used to play live more than we'd practice, really. We kind of ironed out and hashed out and let our songs evolve in front of our friends. At the point where we were playing the Hi-Ho, it was different owners. It was kind of more of a dive bar than it is now. It's improved a lot since then. We used to play for Red Dog beer. That's the form of payment that we would get.
Steve Calandro was one of the regulars at Morning 40's Hi-Ho shows.
Ceilings were really low and
smelled like dog.
Smelled like dog crap.
Human urine.
There were like
Human urine.
scattered tables, a lot of, and it was really hot and it was sweaty, and a lot of naked, like hairy hippie girls running around, and it was hysterical. I mean, there was beer everywhere on the floor. It was disgusting, and they sounded like shit. But it was awesome, and the reason people kept coming back was because the energy, was so good, and that's the reason I joined the band. Because I liked it. I didn't want to at first, but because I liked seeing you guys.
Morning 40 Federation may have started as drinking buddies who happened to have a band, but they became a serious endeavor.
If we're half-assing it, then it's not really that much fun. If we're really attentive to the parts and we want every part of every musician to meld in a way that it sounds as good as... I have this saying that they've heard a million times, they can't stand it anymore. There's 1,000 ways to do it right and 1,000,000 ways to do it wrong.
And at the end of the day, the members of Morning 40 Federation say you should be glad they have this avenue of expression.
If you can't express your freakness or you can't express your originality and individuality in some way, it's repressed, and you'll probably end up expressing it in some way that causes harm to others.
Shot in the neighborhood of the Upper Ninth Ward in New Orleans, here's Morning 40 Federation and intro.
I have nectarine. I have strawberry. I have cabbage, sweet potatoes, iced potatoes. I have mustard green, collard green, turnip green. I have squash, spinach. I have grapes, I have cantaloupe. I have gin, I have scotch. I have malt liquor. I have beer, I have wine.
Federation are gigging close to home this fall, so if you find yourself in New Orleans, be sure to check them out.
Coming up on music at thepalestra.com, we jump into the Fuego.
Yo!
Adobe Gill is the gathering spot for
Welcome back to music at thepalestra.com. I'm Julie Garcia. In Spanish, Fuego means fine, a great name for this New Orleans band we hung out with recently.
Stop. Come on, me brethren. Come on, me sister. Check out what we be bringing.
The rising waters of Hurricane Katrina couldn't put out that fire, but for a while, original frontman Chill had to move out of town.
When Katrina hit and all that, and everybody got, messed up and all over the place, and actually we lost contact with him for like 9 months, and when we couldn't find him is when we brought in Darren as a vocalist.
There wasn't much time for new singer Darren to work himself into Fuego.
I went to one practice, I know that, and they said that I was in. And they said, Oscar came up to me and said we had a show 2 weeks later. So literally a first show, this place called Hollywood, a couple of parishes over, freestyle show, yeah, because I didn't have any freaking lyrics. And so I just showed up, we went out there and we winged it, but after that, things got easier. So what happened when Chill came back on is more or less we just took the 2 lyrics and put them together.
After Chill returned to New Orleans, Fuego decided to have both front the band.
When we first started practicing together and doing shows, getting the music together, it was a little tough. But once we started feeling each other out and seeing where each side was coming from, things worked itself out. And we just took it from there.
With Darren's rock background and Chill's hip-hop and dancehall influences, the band has found audiences all over.
We can play with a metal crowd, we can play with a ska crowd, we can play with a reggae crowd, and we can get into all those venues, all those shows, and play with all those different people. So actually, in a live aspect, it works out. Yeah, the only band at a hip-hop show, and they're gonna remember us.
Fuego may have come from different influences, but they all intersect with one band.
Him, me, and him, and Darren at least, we all, even though we were very different musically, electronic, hip-hop, and rock and everything, we were all huge fans of Bad Brains, and that was one connecting link, at least between us three. And it was good because at the beginning, earlier this year, we were really busy at the beginning of this year, and we actually did a couple of tours with HR Bad Brains, so it's pretty cool.
Recorded live in 2007 when the band opened for punk rock legend HR, here's Fuego.
Hey, yo, check it out, y'all. One time, Screwface the Don representing for Fuego. Me and D-Tech gon' wreck some for y'all one time. Straight from the dirty. The N.O. Interpretinas. Hey, yo, D-Tech, wreck that.
There's still sounds going at you from that Fuego crew. Beats and rhythms like a vine to a single groove. Lyrics born every Tuesday and Friday. Your causeway to this day, we still play, so take it.
Home.
To all of my people repping that global ride.
Yes.
Good vibes, single stock, see.
Yes, sire. Yeah. To all of my people ripping their raga. Fuego, we bring that fire non-stop. Come on, me brethren, come on, me sister, check out what the we be bringing.
Got no love, appreciation.
Yeah.
Teach the ETA with no abbreviation.
Whoa.
Screw-based the Don lyrical combination. Fuego coming through on your radio station. Suck it up, what you mean?
Yes, I am.
Music so crazy. We are all human beings, and we should all do our thing. To all of my people repping that global ride.
Come on.
Goodbye, take on stock, see.
To all of my people ripping their raga. Fuego, we bring that fire non-stop. Come on, me brethren, come on, me sisters, check out what the we be bringing. Get up, jam, dance, rock out. The crew's here to let you know what it's about. Chilling with the friends, getting drunk and buzzed.
Yeah.
And we show the cops no love.
Jaboom!
Grab your girl and a drink, do what you think. Take her to the restroom and get on the sink. Next week we do the same damn thing again.
Now y'all come back, now you're here. To all of my people repping that global ride.
Yes, sir.
Good vibes, single stock, see. Come on.
To all of my people ripping their raga. Fuego, we bring that fire non-stop. Come on, me brethren, come on, me sisters, check out what the we be bringing.
Yo!
Yeah, man.
Oscar Avila on guitar, y'all give it up loud. Shots going at you from that Fuego crew. Beats and rhythms like a bar to a
Yes,
single room.
sire.
Lyrics born every Tuesday and Friday. On Causeway to the stage, the blood.
Yes, sir.
Get close to Fuego. Check them out online on their MySpace page.
Coming up on musicatthepalestra.com, over 2 years after Katrina, New Orleans musicians reflect on where they were and where their scene is headed.
I mean, there is an incredible surgence of energy and rebuilding, you know, and people are optimistic in that respect.
We have you surrounded. You are in violation of the law, and we will use force to apprehend you.
You're in violation of your face.
I'm not with him. He doesn't mean it.
Take him out.
Someone's at the door.
You think that's surprising? Get this, Diet Dew has a surprisingly great taste with none of the calories.
You know what they do to puppets in prison?
I'm Laura Neal, originally from Dallas, Texas, and a recent graduate of the University of Oklahoma. Now I'm the host of The Look, your daily campus connection to fashion, trends, dining, and lifestyle.
All on thepalestra.com.
Fashionistas are on college campuses from coast to coast, ready to help you with looks like going to class, interviews, formals, fine dining, or even a night out with friends. If there's a new trend, we'll have it here first. No matter your budget, we've got the look for you.
It's the highlight of Beat Michigan Week, except for the game, and that is jumping in Mirror Lake.
Michigan, it was a battle today.
Well, here it is, the Heisman Trophy that Troy Smith just won.
Being a part of Ohio State's legacy.
Ohio State knocks off Georgetown.
Ohio State is a special place. I knew that one day I wanted to be a coach.
We lost to a better team today.
Welcome back to musicatthepalestra.com. I'm Julie Garcia. Over 2 years ago, the levees broke and covered much of New Orleans in water.
But it couldn't blow away the city's spirit.
When people say, hi, how's New Orleans doing? You just have to say, New Orleans is picking up the pace, you know, we're rebuilding. I go to Lowe's almost every day because I've been working on my house a lot, and it's a hub of activity. There's people, you know, scurrying around like little worker ants, getting their components of their houses together, working on their houses. I mean, there is an incredible surgence of energy and rebuilding, you know, and people are optimistic in that respect.
Hard times reveal one's true self, and that self hasn't always been the best.
You have the people who are the wet people, and you have the dry people. And the dry people didn't have a whole lot of damage, and as far as they're concerned, all the trailers and all the blighted houses and all that stuff like that, and all the stuff that people are going through trying to rebuild it, isn't their problem, and they don't care. But the wet people are just like going through, like a friend of mine couldn't get mail for like 3 months trying to go to the, where's it at, I can't even find, you know, trying to get whatever they can get in, and the dry people don't care. Dry people, so that's kind of sad to see inside the community.
And like everyone else in New Orleans, musicians have seen horrible things and lost friends.
We've seen so many people commit suicide or drug overdose, or get murdered. Here, it is really amazing, and you know, that's the real stuff. And we stay here because, and you know, and I talk to people about it, and everybody kind of goes, well, you know, I kind of do want to leave, but where would I go? Where the hell would I go?
What I'm afraid of is just becoming desensitized, you know, by the whole thing, and I have, and I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, by it happening so much.
But yeah, because it happens so much, and you're like, oh, you know, another fallen soldier or whatever. But it's You know, I kind of refuse to even, I can't go to funerals for that kind, you know, it's like, it makes me so angry and so sad.
New Orleanians are a tough and proud bunch. Musicians there are getting along the best they can.
We all sat down and said, well, you know, this is it. We might as well make the most of it. When something like that happens, I mean, 2 guys in the band lost their house, 2 guys in the band did okay, and 1 guy got medium damage. So, but you lose things and you start going, well, what do we got left? And we got music.
And for the Big Easy, music has become a way to heal.
It made us feel so important because we all had lost everything. You know, the whole city was shut down for about a month. And to come back and be one of the first bands playing, doing our regular thing in a normal routine, people like just kept coming in and saying, thank you. We just got back to town, had to get back into doing what we used to do. And we miss it. We're so glad you're here. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's very important.
We saw for ourselves New Orleans still needs your help. Just Google Hurricane Katrina relief and you'll find dozens of ways to help out.
Coming up on music at thepalestra.com, we return home from New Orleans to meet our Pepsi Local Artist of the Week.
And I wish I could give you some, but I know it would just make you lazy.
Want some good seafood mixed with an even better time? Ugly Tuna Saloon in the OSU Campus Gateway. The ultra-casual bar offering never a cover charge live entertainment 7 nights a week. Featuring the outrageous 84-ounce fish bowl. Ugly Tuna Saloon. Fresh fish. Ugly owners.
I'm Laura Neal, originally from Dallas, Texas, and a recent graduate of the University of Oklahoma. Now I'm the host of The Look, your daily campus connection to fashion, trends, dining, and lifestyle. All on thepalestra.com. Fashionistas are on college campuses from coast to coast, ready to help you with looks like going to class, interviews, formals, fine dining, or even a night out with friends. If there's a new trend, we'll have it here first. No matter your budget, we've got the look for you.
Welcome back to Music at thepalestra.com. I'm Julie Garcia. Nick Jones has our Pepsi Local Artist of the Week.
Thanks, Julie. Columbus singer-songwriter Ryan Smith had us over to his Victorian Village digs recently. As Smith continues working on his 3rd album, his career is taking off around him. MTV2 recently featured Ryan as one of their on-the-rise artists.
I don't know how that happened. They just found me and emailed me and say, hey, would you be into this? I'm like, sure. And they came out and we actually did a couple sets of interviews and really, really great people. You know, I kind of wondered because, you know, it's MTV2, oh, are they going to be all uppity? But no, they were totally cool and totally professional and great to work with. And it was just one of those things that fell out. A lot of stuff I just kind of fall into things that happen.
It's another example as to how Smith's efforts attracting fans online has paid off.
If there were no internet, then I wouldn't have anything musically as far as a career, as far as promotion, as far as connections, as far as any of like the opportunities that have happened. It just wouldn't be there.
For those not yet among his 40,000 MySpace friends, Smith says his influences are timeless.
I'm a sucker for pop songs. Like, I'm really about verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, you know? I think most of the great songs ever, you look at the Beatles, sound like that. On the other hand, I also have great respect for bands like Radiohead and Wilco who don't follow that. So I try and find, like, lyrically and musically, like a middle ground.
Smith is currently recording his 3rd album and working to create songs that resonate with his audience. The song Swimming from his Neil Avenue album certainly did, and that caught Ryan by surprise.
People really connect to that song. I'm not really sure why, but they just, there was a girl who emailed me the other day or messaged me on MySpace and was like, you know, thank you for writing that song, thank you for adding me, because it really is, I'm going through tough times and it really got me through that. And which was really surprising and kind of blew me away, because it wasn't like when I wrote that song, I was like, this is going to be the inspirational but people connect to like songs however they connect. So I guess, you know, perception is reality. It doesn't really matter like what you wrote the song to be about. It's like how people perceive it and what it means to them, which is kind of really sweet.
Captured in and around his Victorian Village home, here's Ryan Smith and Swimming.
At the foot of my bed, piling up over my head. One of these days I'll invite you to go swimming. There's this beauty that fills my lungs, and I wish I could give you some, but I know it would just make you lazy. My mother says she cut my hair, my girl says leave it there, and I don't know which one I love less. Maybe I just need a new crowd, or maybe it's the air in this town. Either way, I'm not at my best. I always thought we'd just fit in, get a job, a mortgage, a wife, and some kids, sit and watch the American dream. But I'm too old to drink life away, and too young to deteriorate. Maybe we should take a day. 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 Just go.
Ryan is only playing a handful of dates this fall, so he can focus on finishing his record. Be sure to hit him up on MySpace and vote for Ryan as an MTV2 On the Rise artist. Back to you, Julie.
Thanks, Nick. That's all the time we have for tonight's show from Bourbon Street in the Big Easy. For Nick Jones, I'm Julie Garcia. Be sure to join us next week.
Afternoon, everybody.
Sometimes I wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Come on over. We can replay all the old memories.
Lift your spirits with Cheers. Monday at 6 on MyTV Columbus.
Hang tight, fellas. Take a ride on the toughest streets in America.
Another fun night in the city, huh, boys?
And never forget what you're seeing is real. Cops.
Monday at 10.